Concentrated hand dishwashing liquid. Now they have 3 flavors. I only got 2. I should say scents, not flavors, because you don't want to drink this stuff. Obviously, it's soap. So I got lemon and tropical. This is, of course, a concentrate, you know, kind of like your Dawn and stuff. You're supposed to use a little bit. Now, I don't know if you knew this or not, but Dawn works great. We all love it, right? Kills fleas, it works on grease, really great, yada, yada, yada. But did you know that you actually absorb it through your skin and it gets into your bloodstream? Now, I, for one, do not care for that. Yes, I still use the product when I need to. I always have a bottle on hand, but when it comes to regular dishwashing, I don't like stripping my hands. As it is, if I use Dawn all the time, I have to go through and I have to therapy my hands with lotion. I personally don't like having to do that. This is easy on your hands. This also is chemical free. It is plant derivative based. It is non-toxic, so it's not going to leave residue on your dishes that is going to affect your health adversely. Now, normally I would add some as I'm adding water. It says that you will get 500 loads out of 1 bottle. So I got a great deal. I actually picked up 3 additional bottles for like $10 on top of the combination, the one that came with my combination set that I picked up as a first-time buyer. So I'm going to add some soap, and for all I know, I just added too much. I have no clue, but you've seen how much I added. Now, I'm used lemon because I prefer that flavor. I mean, it's already starting to suds. Now, you don't want, if you are aware, you don't actually want too much suds because the chemicals that they use to make suds can cause cancer, if you're concerned about those kind of things. Now, I have this bowl. It's been sitting here for about 2 days now because I was actually wanting to use it for demonstration purposes. You can tell this is dried on crud because I want to see how well this stuff works. Now the stuff I knocked loose, I'll toss. So I'm going to set it in my water. This is real time, so we can see how well the dishwashing soap works. And I will update you if I react to it, because anything I use like this, that's 7th generation, the only one I can use that's on the big market right now is, oh wow, Mrs. Meyer's. Already the food is starting to just come off. My water's not hot, it's just warm, because I didn't wait for it to heat up enough for it to be actual hot water, and I didn't boil any water or anything, so this is literally, you know, I can have my hands in it, no problem. But you can start to see, if I can get it in focus here. There we go. But in 2.5 minutes, no soak time, you can see that it's down to just a few spots of stuff that's hardened on. And that was rice. And for anybody who's left rice in a bowl, you know it doesn't come off easily once it's dried on like that. I'm actually going to do the dog food dish. This is big. I'll show you the lid. This is my dog food dish lid. I make food for 4 dogs. Every day I make food. So, I'm going to set it in my same water, still lukewarm, maybe a little chilly, with the little bit of soap that I poured in, and we will come back to it. But that is going to be awesome. So, I'm starting with the lid, and we will come back to it. Okay, so, a little bit ago, and you can see it's not actually soaking all of it because the water's not deep enough. So let's see how it did. This part that was in the water is coming completely clean. And you can actually see that through the bin. And look at that. Isn't that amazing? And this is fat and grease and nasty crud. And it's just peeling it right off. I mean, just amazing how well it's working. And my water's practically cold. So if your hot water heater is turned down because you're saving on energy or whatnot, it still works. I know a lot of soaps, if you're not running super hot water when it comes to something that's super messy like this was, I mean, this has been cooked, I don't know, I wash it maybe once a month because it's dog food and I don't want to risk the chemicals that I'm putting on their pan that I'm cooking their food in, because then I end up cooking the chemicals into their food. And that seriously bothers me. Honestly, I usually do like a vinegar rinse after I'm done washing it to try and eliminate anything that I would have put on it that could potentially hurt them. And I know not everybody makes dog food. Not everybody worries about things like that who does make dog food. But it's cutting through it better than Dawn. And I don't have to worry about residue. They're literally squeaky clean. When I washed that blue bowl earlier, it was literally squeaky clean when I went and rinsed it in my sink. Because this is not where I do dishes. This is just for video purposes. And there's even, you know, that caked on stuff that gets between the lid when it bubbles up. If you're doing rice, you end up with your rice boiling over a little bit. Who knew I'd ever make a video of me doing dishes? Just kind of boggles my mind a little bit there. But it is coming out amazingly clean. So, as you can see, it was not soaking. The whole thing wasn't soaking because the water's not deep enough. So it's not like I cheated and, you know, oh, well, you let it soak for, 5 minutes or whatever it took you to do that disinfectant video. No, well, part of it did, yes. Part of it soaked the whole time. The rest of it did not. Because the water was not deep enough and I had it with the handle down. So, honest eval, this might be one of the best dishwashing soaps I've encountered. Oh, there's a spot. I actually had to scrub that spot. Did you see that? It didn't just wipe off. And this stuff was not kind of caked on. This stuff has been accumulating. It's used literally 7 days a week to make dog food. That's a lot of accumulation. Hear the squeak? Yeah. I find it awesome. And that is the Lemon Brite dishwashing stuff.